Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we have a Huawei Mate 20 Pro that needs a new display. As you can see here, there's a crack on the corner, and David is here with us to replace this. Let's get to it. So first thing we're going to do is try to assess the situation. The display itself is not really that totally damaged, but as you can see here, parts of the display is not anymore responsive to touch, especially on this part where the crack is located. So we're going to open this smartphone up, starting with the back cover. We're going to slowly do this. The back cover is also pretty good, in a pretty good condition, so we'll try not to damage more parts. So yeah, we have already pried some of the sides here, and we have sprayed some IPA to agitate and soften the adhesive, and we'll slowly work our way around the other sides. Slice through the adhesive. We have a thin plastic here. There you go. Slowly opening up. Sometimes the back covers can have that small flex cable. As you can see here, we're gonna slowly lift this up, and there you go. We'll put that to the side and continue with our disassembly. Next off are screws on the mainboard cover and the daughterboard cover. We will remove some of the screws here. Still have a lot of screws left. We'll slowly pick them up one by one, and we will remove the first layer that we can remove. This is for the wireless charging and NFC. We also have some flex cables for the battery and the display. We'll also remove some cables for the antenna, and we're going to remove some SIM card tray. The SIM card tray is essential, especially if we're going to remove some mainboard or daughterboard, and in this case we might have to do that, so removing the SIM card tray is a good precaution. We're going to remove some antenna cables. This Huawei, just like most other Huaweis that we have disassembled here in the shop, tend to have this very primitive construction. You have the high-end Samsung devices don't have these antenna cables anymore. Also going to remove some covers on the daughterboard, and the daughterboard itself comes with wide flex cables, which is nice. We're going to remove some miscellaneous parts. So at this point you can see that the process is really very complicated. If you want to DIY this on your own device, it can take a while. It can also be very difficult if you don't have the experience and the patience to track down each small component. You can see on this table. So the reason why we removed all the parts from the broken display and chassis is because we are gonna transplant them on this brand new one. We have a donor display with its own battery, so it's a good thing. All we have to do now is to transfer everything part by part. We can't let something go missing. As you can see here, we're still trying to find some small parts that we can pull out and transfer to the donor display. So as what I've said, you need a professional to help you fix the smartphone. It's not for a beginner or an occasional person who wants to tinker with smartphones. You need to have someone like David here in Sydney CBD Repair Centre, because we have the tools and expertise and experience to perform delicate repairs such as this one. However, if you have a Huawei Mate 20 Pro that you don't really care about, you want to practice on, this is a good way to improve your repair skills. We now have reinstalled the minor components underneath the main board, and next up we have the main board as well to be put back in. We're gonna reconnect some flex cables now that we have the opportunity, because they will be buried underneath more flex cables. I'm gonna reconnect everything. And so if you have a Huawei Mate 20 Pro or any other Huawei devices, you can message David here through Facebook or Instagram. He will help you out. See if your smartphone can still be fixed, because sometimes we encounter a model that we don't really have parts for, or our suppliers don't have parts for, so it's better to check on David before going to the shop or sending in your mobile device for a mail-in repair service, because that's we also offer that service to overseas clients or clients who can't go to Sydney. So right now we're just gonna put back the other pieces. We now put back the screws and peel off the plastic on this gorgeous brand new display, and it turns on. Fortunately, we can show you the homepage because of privacy for the client. We're just gonna close this up, and this is the before and after. Till next time, cheers!
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Centre. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.